Hello everyone, I welcome you all to this lecture. In kinetics of particles, we can solve the problem in any one of the three methods. The first method is Newton's law or D'Alembert's principle. Then the second is principle of work energy. And the third one is principle of impulse momentum. In the previous lectures, we have solved the problems by using D'Alembert's principle. In this lecture, we are going to see the principle of work energy. The mechanical energy can be classified into two types. The first one is kinetic energy and the second one is potential energy. The kinetic energy of an object is the energy that it possesses due to its motion. The kinetic energy is equal to half mv square, where m is the mass and v is the velocity in meter per second. So this kinetic energy is the ability of the body to do work. Then the second one is potential energy. The potential energy is the energy held by an object because of its position. So potential energy can be written as mgh, where m is the mass, g is the acceleration due to gravity, and h is the height in meter. So when a particle is kept in some height, then it has some potential energy. So consider a ball that is kept in some height. So at this height, the ball has some potential energy. So when the ball is released from this height, then the ball starts to move in the downward direction. So where the potential energy is converted into kinetic energy. When the ball reaches the ground, the potential energy is zero because there is no height is there. That is why the potential energy is zero. Now, the principle of work energy states that the net work done on a system is equal to the change in its kinetic energy. So, consider a block. So, this block is acted by a force F. So, because of the force F, the block is moved to a displacement of S. Okay, now, so at this position, the block has a velocity of u, that is initial velocity. So when the block is moved to the second position, the block has a velocity of v, that is final velocity. So when the block is at the first position, then it has a kinetic energy of Ke1 is equal to of m u square. Then at the second position, the particle has a kinetic energy of Ke2 is equal to of m v square, because at the first position the velocity is u, that is why it is half mu square, and at the second position it is half m v square. Now when we write the equation of work energy, then the work done, so the work done can be written as summation of forces acting on the body into the displacement. So this is the work done. Force into displacement is equal to change in its kinetic energy, that is half mv square, the final kinetic energy, minus the initial kinetic energy. So this can be written as summation of F into S is equal to half m into v square minus u square. So this is the equation for work energy principle. Now we'll go to the problems. Two blocks are joined by a cord passing over a smooth pulley as shown in figure. If the blocks are released from rest, determine the velocity of the block A after it has moved 3 meter. Okay, so initially the bodies are at rest, so the initial velocity u is equal to 0. Here the pulley is a smooth pulley, so the tension on the both sides is equal. And the coefficient of friction is given as 0.25 between the block A and the horizontal surface. Now we'll draw the free body diagram. First, let us consider the block A. So consider block A. The 18 kilogram is acting in the downward direction. So it is given in kg. So it is 80 into 9.81. So here the block is moving towards right hand side. This is the direction of motion. And the important point about the work energy principle is the direction of motion is considered as positive direction, irrespective of upwards or downwards or right hand side or left hand side. The direction of motion is always considered as positive direction. Okay. The tension is acting to the right hand side. It is T. Because of the friction between these two contact surfaces, there will be a normal reaction. Consider this as Rn1. Since the body is acting towards right side, the frictional force Fs1 will be acting in the left hand side direction. Okay, so now first we'll write summation of vertical forces is equal to 0. So the body is at equilibrium in the vertical state. That is why the summation of vertical forces is equal to 0. The body will not move in the vertical direction. That is why summation of vertical forces is equal to 0. Now, the 80 into 9.81 is acting in the downward direction. So it is 80 into 9.81 minus 80 into 9.81 plus Rn1 is equal to 0. So further, Rn1 is equal to, bring the 80 into 9.81 to the right hand side, it is 784.8 Newton. Okay, so now we'll write the summation of horizontal forces. So the body is moving towards right side, so towards right is positive. So here the summation of horizontal force is not equal to 0 because the body is not under equilibrium state. So the summation of forces acting in the horizontal side, we have to use the work energy equation. That is summation of Fh into S is equal to half m v square minus u square. So that is very important. So the body is under equilibrium in the vertical direction. That is why the summation of vertical forces is equal to 0. But the body is not under equilibrium state. That is why the summation of forces in the horizontal direction is not equal to 0. We have to use the work energy equation. Okay. So first we'll calculate summation of Fh. The T is acting towards right, and we know that towards right side is positive. So it is T, and the Fs is acting in the opposite direction. So it is minus Fs1. So summation of Fh is equal to T minus Fs1. And we know that this Fs1 is equal to mu into Rn1. So the mu is 0.25 and Rn1 is 784.8. We can substitute that. So sigma Fh is equal to T minus 196.2 Newton. So this is summation of horizontal forces. Okay, now we'll substitute the summation of Fh in this equation. Consider this as equation 1. Now equation 1 becomes T minus 196.2 into S. So the S is given in the problem. It is 3 meter. So it is S is equal to half m. The mass of the block A is given. It is 80 v square. It is final velocity minus u square. Since the body is at rest at the initial state, the u is equal to 0. Okay. So now if you solve this equation, finally you will get 3t minus 40v square is equal to 588.6. Keep this as equation number 2. Now consider block B. Okay, we'll draw the free body diagram. So the block B is moving in the downward direction. So this is the direction of motion. So the positive is considered in the downward direction. Okay. So the 200 kg is acting towards downward, it is 200 into 9.81, and the tension is acting in the upward direction, so it is T. Okay, so there is no contact between the block B and the vertical surface, so there will be no friction and no normal reaction forces. So there is no horizontal component here, and the body is moving in the vertical direction, so the body is not under equilibrium in the vertical direction. So we have to use the work energy equation. So here, summation of F V into S is equal to half m v square minus u square, because the body is not under equilibrium state. So we should not write summation of vertical forces is equal to 0. So first we'll calculate summation of vertical forces. So sigma Fv is equal to the 200 into 9.81 is acting in the positive direction because the body is moving in the downward direction. So it is 1962. Then the T is acting in the upward direction, that is opposite to the direction of motion. So it is minus T. So now we'll substitute this in the equation number 3. So now the equation 3 becomes 1962 minus T into the S is given, it is 3 meter. So it is 3 is equal to half m. So here mass is the mass of the second block, it is 200, and v square minus u is 0. So if you solve this equation, finally you will get minus 3t minus 100 v square is equal to minus 5886. Consider this as equation number 4. So now we have two equations and two unknowns. So if you solve this equation, finally you will get the T is equal to 700 Newton and V square is equal to 37.83. So from the V square we can calculate the value of V, that is V is equal to 6.15 meter per second. That's all. So the important point about this problem is, if the body is moving, then the body is not under equilibrium state. So when we consider the block A is not moving in the vertical direction. That is why sigma V is equal to 0, that is the equilibrium state. But the body is moving in the horizontal direction. So sigma H is not equal to 0. We have to use the work energy equation. So that is sigma Fh into S is equal to half m v square minus u square. So similarly, the body B is moving in the vertical direction. So we should not write sigma F vertical is equal to 0. We have to use the work energy equation. And the second important point is, the direction of motion of the body is the positive direction. So irrespective of upwards or downwards. So the same problem can be solved by using D'Alembert's principle also. So you can also solve the problem by using D'Alembert's principle and you can verify the solution. Thank you.